see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, looking in your eyes. I calm you down, let it shine. I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Where did you go?
Sorry, cards fell. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your May 2019 love reading. I am Princess India. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're family, welcome back. I hope you guys have been fine since April. I probably should have did this before I turned the camera on, but guess what? It is our birthday month. It is your birthday month. I say our because my birthday is on the 9th. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. And congratulations on being the second highest views from April. Dang, it is something done. So we're going to hop right into this puppy and see what is going on between you and your person of interest. Afterwards, we're going to toss out the dice of resonance and then head over to the Lurkers Lounge on Vimeo to look at the inner psychology of this person. You know what I'm saying? If you are a cross-watcher and you're cross-watching for a Taurus, you're probably going to resonate more with the side that I'm reading for Taurus, Tauri, whatever the plural word would be, that are subscribed to my channel. And the Taurus that you're cross-watching for will probably resonate more with the side of the person of interest. But of course, energies are fluid, so well, get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for Taurus as well as their person of interest. And we're going to thank you in advance, Spirit, because we know that you're good for it. Anything that they know, may that come up in this reading and give me the ability to offer these messages in a clear and concise manner, Spirit. And I thank you in advance and what's not or whatever. So, the energy between you and your person of interest. We got the base chakra card. Interesting. Family issues, that's always nice. Childhood issues, that's nice as well. And then we have the moon card. Wow. So, I would say that this relationship wonderfully triggers both people, you know, to heal childhood wounds, face their shadow, their wounded inner child, all that good stuff, you know. Fun times. First card for Taurus, we have change your focus. The 5 of Pentacles. No, the 5 of, what is that? The Cups? I always forget what these are in this dang deck. Yeah, green is the Cups. Okay, sorry, Taurus. Leave me be. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles, finding balance. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Taking into account with these, don't read them in the reverse, but I take into account that they are in reverse. So I would say first and foremost, there's a need to focus less on negativity and more, let me not say it that way. There's a need to focus more on what's working in your life as opposed to what's not working. Because I feel like coming into the month, there's a little bit too much focus on what isn't working. And that's taking time, energy, and effort away from what is, right? And there's a need to find a little bit of balance in between the two, meaning, if we look at it from a sense of like a holistic lifestyle, whatever facet of your life this is, and we're going to go ahead and say that 9 times out of 10 is your love life. So what's not working in your love life is taking up more time, effort, and energy than other facets of your life that are also very important, right? So there's a need to kind of pick up the pace to lessen the energy exerted in this particular area and to focus it on things that are working for you, you know? The next card that we have, ooh, my goodness, we have the Devil card. It's the Master card, you know. Little heart issues going on there and what's not or whatever. Man, these cards are big and I need to make more room. Next, we have Take the Lead, the 3 of Wands. So it looks like you need to be the bigger person in this situation. Then we have Clarity of Belief. So it's a need to see the truth about the situation. I think Let me finish pulling cards before I start talking about what I think. Then we have the Four of Swords. Just breathe. Rest and recuperation. Then we have the High Priestess. And then we have the Hermit. Yeah. That's exactly what it is I'm feeling here, my wonderful Taurus people. So here is the Thug Fizzle, right? I feel like when it comes to matters of the heart, my dears, in the recent past, something didn't work out for you too much. I think there may be old residual energies that are coming up, like those old thought reels of like, this is why I'm not vulnerable. This is why I don't trust people. I'm not mimicking you. I'm a Taurus. I do these things too. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that was very disappointing. But the thing that I'm seeing is of utmost importance for you guys in the first 2 weeks of May. And why I think this is so important is because another facet of this is the fact that it's your birthday month, you know. And oh God, I can never say that word. Numerologically speaking, you know, you have like a clock reset. So it's like you have a new year, like for some people on the 1st of January, right? And then it's like when your birthday comes, you have like a whole nother year cycle that starts over for you, right? So it's new energy that you're in. So, and that's for any sign, right? So your manifestation power is like on fleek around your birthday time, right? But I noticed the way that energies typically work around people's birthday seasons is things typically have a tendency to go awry or to go wrong, or there's disappointments and things of the sort, like right before a person's birthday, and sometimes causes people not to celebrate their birthday and to be like, oh, it's just another day and things of the sort. You know what I'm saying? So you have the opportunity to pretty much set the tone for how you're going to continue the remainder of the year. It's almost like, you know, a new year, another chance for a fresh start. So that's why I think it's so imperative to find balance. And with the central energy that you guys are going to be dealing with this month being the Three of Wands, it's saying to me that you guys want to get clear on what's working for you as well as what's not working for you. And there's a need to make a rational, practical judgment call, right? Based on merit, right? So like what has worked up to this point? What have you put time, energy, and effort into that has not worked up to this point? And kind of start either taking so much energy off of the things you've been working on so much that aren't working, and channeling that energy into the things that are fruitful. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, you know, I'm seeing it like a car, like if you drive your car into like mud and your tires get stuck, it's like it's not going to, if you've tried to hit the gas to get out of the mud so many times, it's like where I'm feeling Taurus is coming into May is as if you're sitting in that car and you just like have your foot on the gas and you're just sitting there hoping that something happens. And it's kind of like, if we've been doing this for an hour, right? It may be time to try another method, right? Because clearly that's not working. So we're running the risk of, you know, burning the engine out. I know nothing about cars. I don't know, flooding the engine, burning the engine out, and being in a place to where if you did get the tires unstuck, now the car doesn't work. So it's like causing another problem from one problem. You know what I mean? So it's changing your focus on to what can work, right? Now, understandably so, looking at this reluctance, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be heartbreak. It could be heartbreak. It could be disappointment. It could be a myriad of different things. But it's centrally related around the heart. And it's just all the stuff the spirit is showing me. It's like, I got to come up with explanations for these things. Oh God, how do I describe this? I don't even know what you would even call that. Because I'm seeing this game that was like popular in the 90s. It was like the sticks in the tube and there was like marbles on top and like you pull the things out. But the thing I'm seeing with this is like, when you lose like a support system, so that would be those little stick things in the tube thing, right? Bear with me, y'all. If you lose a support, right? So all of these sticks binded together are what's holding these marbles up. If one of them gets moved, it's like the foundation transfers. So it's going to cause the marbles to shift. Okay? So the whole thing is more or less needing, like seeing how things in your life are, it's like a need to reconfigure, right? Because there's things that are being removed out of your life, or there's things that are shifting, or those things that are just not working, right? But if we don't reconfigure, like, I guess how the marbles are, y'all really had to follow me on this, because I'm like, why is Spirit even showing this? I don't even know how to explain this. But it's like, if we don't reconfigure or adapt to the changes that are happening, thank you, because that's what it is. The issue is the fact that it's like Taurians, and this is like our energy, I get it. It's like having your hooves stuck in the mud, you know, and being firmly grounded and planted on how you're maneuvering with this situation, or using coping mechanisms you've always utilized. But it's kind of like the game is changing and there's a need to readapt, right? Because it's more or less staying the way that you are is causing more harm than good. And there's a need to shift and maneuver how it is that you're handling situations, right? But there's not going to be someone who comes along to rescue you out of this. So it more or less needs to be an initiative. And the only like helper that you have in this circumstance, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm just going off of what I'm being told right now. But the best thing that you have to help you in this circumstance is your intuition. So it's a need to tune in with that to know how to maneuver, to make those adjustments so that you can move forward, right? Because going ahead, things are looking good. Because what this ultimately turns into, it's a transformative experience. So whatever it is that you guys went through past tense, it was intended for your good, but I feel like you guys are holding on to these little sticks that are being pulled away, and you're trying to figure out how to stop the sticks from moving, or how to keep the marbles from falling, instead of allowing what's happening to happen and to focus on what's working in this overall circumstance, if that's making sense. I hope and pray that that makes sense. But I feel like in the near future, you guys are going to, like, what I'm explaining to you now is going to become very clear to you. But what's of utmost importance is there's a need for you guys to take a step back right now. So I don't know if you're just like jumping right back into work mode. So if we compared this to like work or whatever, or a relationship, whatever, it's like you're putting energy into something that clearly isn't working for you. And it's a need to take a step back and focus on you right now, because it's almost as if you've not overextended. It's like you've drained yourself almost. Like you've been doing this so much that it's sucked you dry. So now is the time to take a step back and reconfigure for yourself to decide how it is you're going to move forward. But it's imperative that you tune into your... I cannot talk. It's imperative that you tune into your intuition to be clear on how it is that you need to move forward. But I can tell you that seeing, like, you guys taking a step back is going to allow you to see the situation from a different perspective. You're going to feel that inkling within, like that gut feeling that's in alignment, and you're going to know clearly how it is you need to move forward going forward. But the way that you move forward isn't going to be the way you've been maneuvering past tense. Took me 12 minutes to explain that. I hope and pray that that makes sense, Taurus. Jeez Louise, dagnabbit son of a gun. But another thing I can tell you with this is very much intricately related. I feel like whatever this is that disappointed you guys and why it kind of has you out for the count is because it's a little bit of projecting, in the sense that this is triggering or pinging on an old wound that's not healed, and that's the why that all of this is happening. Because I feel like this particular circumstance had to come about in order for you guys to heal this old past tense wound. And the reason why something that seems so simplistic, like something that really shouldn't have you in this much of a tussy, because like maybe from the outside looking into other people, it's kind of like, dude, why are you freaking out about this? Like, it's not that serious. And it's because you're not responding to the present circumstance. You're not like responding to that. You're responding to something past tense, right? But the whole purpose of this is to set you free from this old mindset or this old addiction or toxic situation that has kept you in bondage based on like a false core belief system that's intricately related to sadness, anxiety, depression, self-loathing, and a lack mentality. 14 minutes. On to your person of interest. First card, we have the World card. Okay, Taurus. Thank you. Just want to come steal the show. We got the Nine of Cups. Goodness gracious. Then we have the Lovers. How appropriate. You guys have the Devil and they have the Lovers. How interesting is that? Oh my goodness. Then we have Giving and Receiving, the Six of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Wands. Go ahead and push these up. Man, these cards are so big, I cannot even. Then we have the Third Eye Chakra. I can see you and this person have a great deal in common. Wow, then we have the Empress. Okie dokie. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. Dang, y'all got like the same energy going on here, Taurus, with your person of interest. And lastly, we have the Three of Swords. Wow. Now this is interesting. Taurus, this right here, I like this. Oh, I like this. Okay, so your person of interest, I don't know who they are, but I like them. For them, there's a new cycle that's starting over in their life. I feel like this person has just gone through a ton of tumultuous karmic lessons. You know what I'm saying? I do honestly feel like if this isn't someone that's in your life now, I feel like, well, no, I mean, because y'all are going through like a whole little separation thing. This is someone that's either in your life now or someone that's coming into your life, right? And the issues that they had past tense was learning self-worth and value. So the thing that both of you have in common, it's like the wounds that you and this person of interest are healing right now, they're related to like old school childhood, attachment, parental kind of wounds, inner child type of stuff, right? But I feel like the two of you are coming out of similar situations. It's like their lesson more or less was self-worth and value, and understanding that over-giving wasn't, like, because I think, like, more or less how they related to people was by overcompensating, right? So them realizing that, yes, they were abundant, but they didn't need to overcompensate in order to gain love from other people, right? I feel like with my cross-watchers or my Taurians on this side, the issue was more or less a fear of giving, because it's almost like a fear of being depleted. So it's like opening up, but not opening up enough. And it's almost keeping yourself in bondage in the fact that, relationships would be emotionally unavailable, superficial, unfulfilling. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling like over here. This person, I'm feeling more a codependency vibe. With this side, I'm feeling more of an emotional unavailability side, like trying to get blood from a turnip type relationships. This person overgiving, attempting to gain love, like thinking a person will reciprocate what they're giving because they're giving it and never quite receiving it. And Taurus or the cross-watcher attempting to gain something, it's like being afraid to sacrifice your heart, and because of that emotional unavailability of fear, vulnerability with other people, it's like drawing people in who weren't willing to give emotions at all. I hope this is making sense, y'all. I don't know how this got so wordy with y'all, but okay. But anyway, but I feel like with this person, it's the meeting or the uniting or crossing paths with you or whatever's going on in their life presently, where they're extremely emotionally fulfilled and they're willing to take chances. But I feel like at the root of all of this, things in their life may be going well. They may have a newfound sense of self-worth and value, yet they're feeling alone, like they're lonely. You know what I'm saying? But looking at this good old third eye chakra here in between the Lovers and the Three of Swords here, I feel like it's an opportunity for this person to come out of this loneliness and this sadness and isolation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we look at this as you, because it's the Empress, and you know that's either Libra or Taurus, and since reading for Taurus, it's probably you. You know what I'm saying? It's having the opportunity for a person, which is why it's so imperative for you guys to heal this, because in order for this person, I can say, would be able to give you what it is that you've been looking for from other people. And it wouldn't be a fear of being vulnerable with this person, because this person is like comfortable with vulnerability, you know? And I'm looking at the fact you got the Three of Wands and they got the Two. So it's like they're open, but there's a need for Taurus to take the initiative to more or less trust this person, right? So I don't know if you guys have met each other or not. I would say that this person, and I think this is probably like the first person of interest I've picked up on that's actually a viable option here, okay? But I feel like with this person, whether you guys have met them or not, they're pretty lonely. You know what I mean? Like, they've been by themselves for a good little minute, and they're desiring someone that would fit the characteristics of the Empress, right? And just off GP, with you being a Taurus, you just fit the characteristics off of GP, I'm just saying. But this person is guided by their intuition with love, and I feel like it's kind of somebody who's, like, praying for a soulmate. Like, you know, the little romance angel card that's calling in your soulmate? That's like the vibe that I get from this person. It's kind of like they went through this major cycle. They learned these major lessons. They got very clear on what it is that they want. They want to be in a serious, like they're open and ready to be like in a committed relationship with an Empress type figure. So a person who's nurturing, who's caring, who's like, you know, the ideal mother, wife, and things of the sort, because the person is alone. But because of them utilizing their intuition, it's not going to be just anyone, because this person is privy to people who are not as open and willing to be vulnerable and open in a relationship. And that's why I'm thinking it's so important for Taurus to find this balance, or the cross watcher, because with this type of person that's coming into your life, I feel like, or that you just met, whatever, I feel like there's a commonality between the two people, because it's like wounds and it's like lessons that have been learned in the previous cycle. But whatever residual stuff that Taurus is carrying on to, whether it like, and that's what I was saying, like a mindset of thinking like, oh, you know, it always happens to me, like a self-loathing type of thing, is a need to get that in check, change your focus on what works. You know what I'm saying? See this from a different perspective. See that this is a very vital lesson that you needed to learn, because this lesson has prepped and primed you for someone who is willing and ready to give you what it is you're looking for. Okay, Taurus, 22 minutes. Good Lord. I ain't got nothing else to say. I haven't done one of these little wordy readings in a minute, bruh. But of course, it would be my sign that's extra complicated. So we're going to throw the dice of resonance and then go over Vimeo. If you're not familiar with the dice of resonance, it's an art project. It has 12 zodiac signs. 2 clarifying die for the roles that a person can play in your life, whether it's a sun, moon, or rising, and you also have the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. So if you want to do that, go ahead and pause me now. When you're ready, unpause me to hear your answer. I don't interpret them, I just throw them out because they're the dice of resonance. So however they resonate. That was my sort of kind of TV announcer voice. I could do a better job at it. We have Aries, we have Capricorn, Sun. The answer to your question is yes, and family. So family, Sun, Aries, Capricorn, and the answer to your question is yes. Happy birthday, Taurus. I love your freaking face. It's been your reading. If you want to get into the inner psychology of this person, whoever they are, because I really want to know, you know what I'm saying? Some little characteristics. I think I might get some little initials for y'all, you know? Get some little physical characteristics and whatnot. A little boob action going on there. Got a little too excited. A little too much boob action. Okay, anyway. So, we're going to go over to Vimeo. The link should be in the description box below or in the comments. But until the next time, my dear, I love your freaking face.
Energy, about to get in and fuck up the industry.